What would you do if a single act of kindness cost you everything you had, but then changed your life in ways you never imagined possible? When 32-year black woman gets fired for giving free coffee to a desperate stranger, she has no idea that her simple act of kindness has just triggered a chain reaction that will bring dozens of travelers from across 3 states to her doorstep with $52,000 and a life-changing opportunity, proving that sometimes losing everything is exactly what you need to gain the family you never knew you had. Tell us in the comments where you're watching this video from, and may you be blessed with favor and the light of success as you subscribe to this channel. At 4:45 a.m., Rachel's alarm breaks the silence. She moves like a ghost through her small apartment, careful not to wake her younger sister Keisha, who sleeps in the next room. For 4 years, Rachel has perfected this dance shower coffee, check on Keisha, then race to open Desert Rose Diner by 6 a.m. sharp. Interstate 40 cuts through Sunset Valley like a river of dreams. Truckers, musicians, and wanderers stop at the diner day and night. Since her parents died, Rachel has worked the morning shift, counting every tip to pay the bills that never stop coming. The road travelers have become her family. They call her Sunshine, because she remembers everyone's order and asks about their lives. Big Tom, a veteran truck driver, rumbles into the parking lot. "Morning, Sunshine," he calls out. His coffee is always black with 2 sugars, and he always shares stories about his grandkids in Memphis. The morning rush flows like clockwork. There's Crystal, an artist who loves sweet lattes and travel stories. Bobby, a salesman who orders the same sandwich every Tuesday. And Marcus, a young musician who barely scrapes by, ordering one big meal to last all day. "You light up this whole place," Bobby says, dropping an extra $5 tip. The Road family takes care of each other. That's the unwritten rule. Around 8 a.m., Rachel hears an engine dying in the parking lot. Through the window, she watches a beaten-up blue van cough black smoke and stop. The driver sits for a long moment before stepping out. He's in his mid-40s with a gray beard and clothes that have seen too many miles. His boots are worn down, his eyes heavy with worry. She's never seen him before, but she recognizes that look: broken down, and far from home. "Morning," he says quietly, walking to the counter. His hands shake as he counts coins. "I'm Jake Thompson. My van's dead out there, and I've got $1.75. Your coffee costs $2.50, but could I maybe get a small cup? Just something hot." Rachel sees the desperation in his eyes. This isn't about being short on change. This is a man drowning. She glances toward the back office where Mr. Davidson, the owner, hunches over his laptop. His new policy is crystal clear. No free food. No exceptions. Termination for violations. But this is Jake Thompson, and he needs help. "You know what?" Rachel says, grabbing the biggest cup. "This coffee will just go bad anyway." She fills it to the brim, then grabs a blueberry muffin. "And this muffin is from yesterday. Can't sell day-old food." Jake's tired eyes widen. "Ma'am, I can't let you." "Road family takes care of road family," Rachel says, sliding both items across. "Pay it forward when you can." Jake's voice cracks. 23 years on the road, and I've never. He shakes his head. "Thank you." That's when Mr. Davidson's voice cuts through the moment like a blade. "Rachel, what the hell do you think you're doing?" Davidson storms out, his face red with rage. At 58, he looks like a man who has never missed a meal or a dollar. "I saw what you did. You gave away my merchandise." "He's broken down, Mr. Davidson. I don't care if he's the president. We run a business, not a charity." Davidson turns to Jake. "You got money? Pay up. You don't? Get out. It's my tip money, Rachel starts. Like hell it is. You stole from inventory. Davidson's voice echoes through the diner. Big Tom stops eating. Crystal shakes her head in disgust. You're fired, Rachel. Clean out your stuff and get out. The words hit like a physical blow. For years of her life gone. Keisha's school supplies, rent, groceries. It all flashes through her mind. This is wrong, Jake says quietly. This is business. Davidson snaps. Big Tom slowly stands, his massive frame filling the space. Davidson, he says, voice like steel. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, old man? Big Tom smiles coldly. You'll find out. As Rachel sits in her car fighting tears, Jake pulls out his phone and opens a private forum. The hub for travelers along Interstate 40. Urgent. Fellow travelers, we have a situation at Davidson's Desert Rose Diner in Sunset Valley. The angel who's been taking care of us just got fired for helping one of our own. The response explodes instantly. Notifications flood in from 3 states. This is Big Tom. I witnessed everything. That woman has been our guardian for 4 years. At home, Rachel stares at her laptop, wondering how to explain getting fired for feeding a hungry man. Her phone rings. Ma'am, this is Channel 7 News. We'd like to talk about what happened this morning. How did you? You might want to look outside. Rachel walks to her window and gasps. Vehicles, dozens of them, line her quiet street. Vans, RVs, cars, motorcycles, tour buses stretching around the corner. The rumble of engines fills the air like thunder. Drivers climb down, walking toward her house. She recognizes some faces, Big Tom, Bobby, Crystal, but most are strangers. License plates from Texas, California, Florida, New York. Jake emerges from the crowd, now smiling. Rachel Martins, he says. I never properly introduced myself. What? What is this? She whispers. This, Jake gestures to the crowd, is what happens when you hurt the guardian of Interstate 40. Big Tom steps forward. Honey, we've been talking for 2 hours. Word travels fast out here. Everyone knows what you did for Jake, and everyone knows how Davidson treated you. Travelers stick together, Crystal says. But more than that, we remember kindness. You helped Jerome when his grandmother was dying, calls out a driver. Gave him food, wouldn't take payment. You let me use your phone when mine died and my wife was in labor, adds another. You saved my daughter's life when she had an allergic reaction, says a man. Gave her directions to the clinic. Tears stream down Rachel's face. You all came here for me? We came for family, Jake says simply. A news van arrives. A reporter pushes through the crowd. Is it true you were fired for giving free coffee? Jake steps in front of the camera. This woman represents everything good about our community. She saw someone in need and helped. She got fired for it. But she's about to learn something about us, which is, we take care of our own. Big Tom hands Rachel an envelope. We took up a collection. Inside is more money than she's ever seen. Checks, cash, transfer confirmations. $52,000, Jake says quietly. And more coming every hour. Rachel's knees buckle. I can't. This is too much. It's not charity, Crystal says firmly. It's an investment. Old man Patterson is selling his bakery on Route 66. He heard your story, says he'll sell to you at cost. The bank called too, Big Tom adds. Soon as this hit social media, they offered financing. Seems public pressure works wonders. A black sedan pulls up. Mr. Davidson climbs out, looking pale and small among the crowd of vehicles and determined faces. "Rachel," he pushes through the crowd. "Maybe I was hasty. Your job's still there. 25% raise." The travelers laugh without humor. "My business is down 85%, Davidson pleads. "I need you back." Big Tom steps forward, towering over Davidson. "Let me make something clear, friend. Rachel Martins is family to every traveler on this road. What you did today, we don't forget. From now on," Crystal adds, "Davidson's Desert Rose is blacklisted. Every traveler will know what you are." Rachel looks at the man who humiliated her, then at the faces around her. Dozens of people who drove hundreds of miles because she showed kindness to one of them. "No, Mr. Davidson," she says, voice clear and strong. "I don't think so." The crowd erupts. Horns blare up and down the street like a celebration. Jake hands Rachel a worn leather journal. "My partner died recently. I've been living in my van, too proud to ask for help. You treated me like I mattered when I felt like nothing. That muffin didn't just feed my body. It fed my soul." He pulls out an old travel journal. "This was my partner's. I want you to have it, so you can always reach your road family." The convoy to Route 66 stretches for miles. Old Man Patterson, 70 and grandfatherly, waits with a warm smile. Papers are signed that afternoon. Rachel's bakery will open in 30 days. "I heard what you did," Patterson says. "My grandson's a musician. He was there when you helped Jake. This place has always been about community. I'm glad it's staying that way." 6 months later, Davidson's diner sits empty. A monument to what happens when you forget business is about people, not just profit. Today, Rachel's Bakery is the most popular stop on Interstate 40. Jake's travel journal sits behind the counter. Travelers still call her Sunshine, the Guardian. The smallest acts of kindness create the biggest changes of all. Sometimes, when you think you've lost everything, you discover you've gained a family that spans the highways of America.